Hello and welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Madhushka Balasurya. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Sessions of the Commonwealth Youth Forum and People's Forum underway. Around 400 Sri Lankans held in the Immigration and Immigration Office in Dhamma. Rescuers in China evacuate 12 crew members of 2 ships due to Typhoon Haiyan. And now moving on to those stories in more detail. First up in your local news, New Zealand Prime Minister John Key said yesterday that he will attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Sri Lanka. Key said his presence at the Chogam summit this week did not endorse Sri Lanka and that it was not a bilateral meeting with Sri Lanka.
According to international media reports, New Zealand Prime Minister John Key had emphasized that Sri Lanka is the host of Chogam and that New Zealand are an important member of the Commonwealth. Key said the absence of the high-profile leaders would not change his mind about attending, stating, quote, "There are over 50 countries in the Commonwealth and everybody else is going. We could boycott it. Obviously that's a possibility, but I just don't think that's the right course of action," unquote. He also said the large media contingent heading to Sri Lanka for the Chogam would also ensure human rights were put under the spotlight. Key said that Foreign Minister Murray Macaulay would travel with him to Sri Lanka and on to the country's northern regions to examine the situation firsthand.
Now, there are several events being held concurrent to Chogam. Here are a few of those. Sessions of the Commonwealth Youth Forum and the Commonwealth People's Forum held concurrent to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting are currently underway. The Commonwealth People's Forum reconvened today in Hikkaduwa. The key lecture was delivered by Dr. Jamila Mahmood on the role of civil society in post-2015 development architecture. The forum includes a panel discussion while a trade fair is to take place from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. today. Now, 2 persons died in a motor accident in the Varallana area in Sinigama in Hikkaduwa.
According to the police, 2 persons travelling in the motorcycle had met with the untimely death at dawn today. A vehicle had hit the motorcycle from behind and fled the scene. The victims, aged 30 and 50, were residents of the Attanagalla area and their remains have been placed at the Karapiti hospital. Meanwhile, a collision involving 2 buses in the Imbulgastheni area in Kegol has left 24 persons injured. A bus carrying garment factory workers had collided with a stationary bus this morning. A spokesperson at the Pulgavilla District Hospital said 5 of the injured have been transferred to the Kurunagala Teaching Hospital.
Now, moving back into some Chogam-related news, the leaders of Malawi and Barbados are due to arrive in the island today for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. The police say that therefore the Katunayake-Colombo Expressway and several roads in Colombo will be closed from 12:45 to 2 p.m. to facilitate the movement of the state leaders. The police media spokesperson SSP Ajit said that the Paligoda to Baseline Road up to Borala Roundabout and from Borala Roundabout to Bambalapitiya Junction and Bauda Lokamawata will be closed from 12:45 to 2 p.m. today. In addition, the Gaul Road from Bambalapitiya Junction to the Old Parliament Roundabout will also be closed during this time period. SSP Ajit noted that the majority of state leaders will be arriving in the island on the 14th of this month and warned that there may be traffic congestion due to this. Now, around 400 Sri Lankans who are unable to return to the island prior to the expiration of the amnesty period declared by the Saudi Arabian government have been held in the Immigration and Immigration Office in Dhamma. Speaking to News First, the group said that they will be hoping to return to the island within 10 days. They further noted that they face many problems, including the shortage of food at where they have been detained. Upon inquiry, Deputy General Manager of the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau had this to say. In order to bring them back down, we are working according to mutual laws and regulations imposed by Saudi Arabia. Accordingly, our embassy has been informed by Saudi Arabia that the group will be transferred to detention camps. Therefore, they will be repatriated to Sri Lanka after completing their detention period. The Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission has decided to inquire about the quality of the scholarship examination from educational experts. Human Rights Commissioner Dr. Pratibha Mahanamahewa states that 35 educational experts will be summoned to the Commission for this purpose on the 21st of this month.
Sri
The Human Rights Commission decided to hold a discussion on the quality of the scholarship examination and its ability to build character. Presently, 2 question papers are distributed, and therefore we will look at whether that can be reduced to a single paper. Well, News First Katharina Chang is at the final sessions of the Kaya Young Entrepreneurs Summit, which is being hosted by the Federation of Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Sri Lanka. She spoke to us earlier in the day on the proceedings.
Thank you, Madhushka. I'm currently here on the 3rd and final day of the Young Entrepreneurs Summit held here at Stein Studios, Ratmalana. Now we have over 100 delegates representing 8 countries. Apart from this, we have Thailand and UK who are here to table and discuss ideas about entrepreneurs. As you can see behind me, where there is a plenary discussion regarding various topics related to entrepreneurship. Now to give you more about details, join me on News First as we keep you more updated about what's happening at this summit. For News First, I'm Katharina Chang.
Ajit Nivad Cabral, the governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, says that Asia will be the prime driver of economic growth in the world by the year 2050. Cabral made these comments at the Commonwealth Asian Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs Summit in Colombo yesterday.
The 3-day summit is being held at various locations across Colombo. CBSL Governor Ajit Nivad Cabral was a guest speaker at yesterday's session.
I think we need to also understand that Asia's time is coming. And today, Asia's contribution to global GDP is more than 36%. And we expect Asia to overtake and be the prime driver of GDP and economic growth in the world by 2050. So that's your time.